Welcome to the Apple Mailbox YouTube channel.
Hi friends, before we begin, please subscribe to the channel. Many of you are watching Apple Mailbox videos without subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel, it's free, and now let's get started.
Isn't it wild that we bumped into each other out of the blue today, after so much time? I've missed you. I've been thinking about the good old days when we used to hang out a lot. You seem to be doing well for yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's really good to see you again. And dang, look at that necklace. That's a lot of gold. Doesn't that weigh you down? But hey, if it does, I see you've got that swanky bag to stash it in. Given the bling, I'm guessing you're doing pretty well, huh?
I guess it's kind of the norm for me now. You know Robert's doing well, right? His paycheck is pretty hefty. So, life's been more than comfortable.
Robert? You're still with him? I'm happy for you if things are smooth.
Thanks! And what about you? Met anyone special? It's been a while since you and Robert split. I mean, it's been 7 years. Surely you've moved on.
No, there's no one. After the divorce, it's been just me, focusing on rebuilding myself.
Seriously? All this time? That sounds pretty lonely. You know, I can't imagine being in your shoes.
Well, considering you're the reason I had to wear these shoes in the first place. My sister taking away my husband, and him creating problems at work? I lost my job because of that. It's been a journey, but I'm trying to find my way back.
I can't even picture how hard it's been. I'm here for you, though. You're my big sis. I've always looked up to you. You faced a lot, but you're strong.
Strong? You took away the most important person in my life. You say you respect me, but your actions? Words hurt, Isabella. You might be my sister, but there are things you shouldn't say.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I just thought after all this time, things were okay. I'm truly sorry. It's just, living up high on the 61st floor, time just flies by. I'm preoccupied looking out at the world, and sometimes I forget.
I don't even want to think about it. I've got enough on my plate.
Oh, I totally forgot. You've been single for so long, 7 years, right? Must be hard seeing others happy. I can't imagine you relating to all those joyous moments. Sorry if I seemed careless.
What are you getting at, Bella?
Well, who else? After the divorce, the job loss, and health issues, things haven't been easy for you, right? It's just, 7 years is a long time. And being out on your own without a roof over your head must be tough. I honestly don't know how you do it. Lugging that suitcase around, sleeping wherever you find a spot. At parks, under bridges, setting up your makeshift shelter, it all seems so rough. From what I remember, you lived such a different life once. Full of happiness and comfort. Now it's just survival?
Hold on. Who said I'm homeless? That's not my situation at all.
Come on, I'm not blind. I saw that suitcase. And the way you looked, it just spoke volumes. But seriously, is there like a hierarchy? Like, are you a higher level homeless if you have a dedicated spot or something? My bad if I got it wrong, but isn't there some sort of level system?
Are you for real?
I'm sorry if I upset you. I'm just surprised. Amazed, actually. That you could endure so much, especially being out in the open for 7 years. It's commendable. It's just, I have this deep respect for you. Not everyone can hold up like you have.
Bella, cut it out. This isn't a joke. Your so-called respect feels more like ridicule.
I'm just being genuine, but if you ever need anything... Like, if I see you somewhere, I can give you some money. Maybe $100? To me, it's just loose change, but for you, it might be a lot. Please don't take it the wrong way.
Harper, did you run into Isabella? I hope you didn't give her any of your misfortunes. Stay clear of her, understood?
Seriously, Robert?
Isabella filled me in. She mentioned you two bumped into each other. But I bet you sought her out on purpose, right? What's your plan? Asking her for cash? Can't believe you'd go to such lengths.
Why the need for such accusations? We just happen to be in the same place, that's all. But you and her are making it a bigger issue than it is.
Hard to believe. Our worlds are so different now, and you expect me to think it was just a coincidence. Pull the other one.
There you go, spinning tales again.
Word is, you're still without a home? Picturing you dragging your life in a suitcase, searching for shelter. It's a pitiful sight, especially at your age, so different from our comfortable life up here.
Congrats on your fancy life. Kudos on ditching your wife for her own sister. What a pair you make, two of a kind in all the wrong ways. It's clear why our paths diverged. Some of us have principles. I didn't even want to see you today, or ever, honestly. And then on top of it all, you message me. Today's just a mess.
Still as charming as ever, I see. No wonder you're in this situation with that attitude. Stay away from us, okay? Just vanish from our lives.
Hey, Harper! Still kicking, huh? Must be tough out there, but you're in luck today. Your ever-generous sister has something to help fill that hungry belly of yours for the night. What say you?
Why? Last I recall, you lot wanted me gone.
True, but you see, we made way too much food tonight. It would be terrible to just toss it, so why not help out a family member in need?
Oh, such thoughtfulness. Color me impressed. But no thanks. You should find another way to deal with your extras.
You sure about that? Might be hard to find another meal tonight. And we're having a feast up here. Steak, ribs, even dessert. Been a while since you had a treat like that, hasn't it?
And why the lavish spread tonight?
Robert's big night. I may have gone a bit overboard buying everything. You know, when money isn't a worry, sometimes you just go with the flow.
Fascinating, Isabella. What's the occasion?
Curious? All right, I'll share. Robert's been promoted. Big role at a big company. With that, even bigger paychecks. Exciting, right?
Absolutely. You both have every reason to celebrate.
It's funny thinking about how much he's grown. Remember when he earned just a basic salary with you? Now look at him. Only took a handful of years. You missed out on quite the journey with him.
You're not wrong. Back in the day, I was his superior, managing folks like him. Now he's made it to management.
Does it sting, Harper? Regretting things, are we? I know you always were the golden child. Everyone's favorite, always on top, but tables do turn. I must admit, there's a certain satisfaction seeing where we both stand now.
So that's it? All this, Robert, the boasting, it was all to one-up me? All your talk about being soulmates with Robert, was it just a ploy to feel superior? Just a game to soothe your own insecurities? Really, Isabella? You went that far? To get involved with my own husband? What on earth were you thinking?
All I wanted was a life better than yours. To make sure I was on top and you were, well, not. I wanted to be sipping on champagne, enjoying the view from my high-rise apartment, without a worry about my spending. Hoping just maybe to catch a glimpse of you way down below.
That's such a shallow reason to live. It's so pathetic.
Any complaints from you just sound like regret. Guess what? The man I took from you, he got promoted. Life's going great for me. He's now pulling in over $170,000 annually. I can just picture you tearing up over that.
Wait, $170,000 every year? I make more than that in a month. He's in a higher position now, right? I was expecting way more from all that hype. With all your talk about living the luxe life, only $170,000? Interesting. I remember my time there, but I left. If that's what top-tier salaries look like, I made the right choice.
Wait, you're saying you earn more than $170,000? Monthly?
Yep, you heard right. Don't misunderstand, it's decent money. But considering our city's cost of living, I wonder how you manage with that apartment. So, if you were trying to rile me up with his paycheck, it didn't work. I'm doing just fine. I genuinely don't care about what Robert earns. If you're pleased about his raise, then good for you. But I really don't need the update.
Over $170,000 in a month? Seriously? You're trying to tell me you pull in millions annually?
More than 2 million to be precise. I have my own venture.
Your own business?
Absolutely.
But weren't you on the streets?
That's an old rumor. It's been 7 years, Isabella. Of course, I work. And despite your dear husband trying to sabotage me, I landed on my feet. Moved on, started my own thing, and now I run a successful company. We've been scaling up, and it's been going really well.
So well that you're pulling in millions?
Last fiscal year, we cleared over $15 million.
You can't be serious.
Just the beginning, Isabella. I have big plans for my company.
Over $15 million? That's a huge sum in profits.
I know, right? But with those profits come huge taxes, too. It's a headache. Back when I was guiding Robert on spreadsheets, life was simpler, though not better. Those times were challenging, but now, being a CEO brings a whole different set of challenges.
You seriously want me to buy all of this, Harper? Show me the evidence. What's this business you're talking about?
I founded a company that connects people with housekeepers, nannies, cleaners, and caretakers. When Robert and I were together, we had house help. They did almost everything for us: the cleaning, the cooking, handling our laundry. But syncing their availability with ours was a hassle. And deciding on their pay and checking if they were a good fit? It was too much. I realized the problem wasn't the people, but the system. I thought, what if there was a better way? And so I started this service. On one side, customers could find the ideal help they need. And on the other side, these workers could market themselves, showcasing their skills and availability.
And you're saying this business of yours pulls in millions?
Absolutely. We have a vast range of housekeepers, those who work specific shifts, those willing to do overnights, or even just weekends. By simplifying the application process, we expanded our worker base. Then, we began segmenting them into specific categories, tailoring to the client's needs. The more niche our offerings became, the higher our success rate. Profits just skyrocketed. With stable finances, we started expanding into other related services.
I'm amazed. I can't believe you started your own successful venture. It's hard to believe that after everything you've been through, losing Robert and your job, you made such a leap. I always wanted you to fail, to come running back desperate.
Ironically, you might be a bit right about me being homeless. Even with the millions, I don't own a house.
With so much money, why?
By choice. I love changing my environment. It keeps me on my toes.
Then where do you stay?
Different hotels, sometimes right in the heart of the city. It's refreshing. At times, I'll be chilling for a month near the beach. Other times, I might hop on a plane to a place with a totally different vibe.
But Harper, that's not really being homeless, is it?
Well, I might be stretching the term a bit, but it's not entirely inaccurate, right?
Hold on. I remember seeing you with a massive suitcase. What's up with that?
Ah, you noticed, huh? You got it spot on. That suitcase is basically my life in a bag since I don't own a house. With my lifestyle, I'm always on the move. And that suitcase? It's like my mobile closet. I might have deviated from what we were originally discussing. Oh yeah, you were talking about giving me leftovers from your steak dinner, right? As much as I appreciate the offer, I'll have to pass. Got a dinner scheduled with one of our main shareholders tonight.
Wait, what? That sounds super fancy, like something a CEO would be up to.
Bingo! That's who I am, just like I've been trying to tell you. But hey, on a side note, always remember the hands that prepare your meals. And since you bought all those ingredients and stuff, it would be kind of you not to waste it. Every bit counts, you know.
Hey, you know what Isabella's been saying about you? That you're the boss of some huge company, raking in millions?
After you told me to stay out of your life, you're suddenly curious? Really, Robert? Why are you suddenly messaging me?
Oh, come on, forget that old stuff. I just want to know if Isabella's right. Are you pulling her leg or what? And if you are actually making that much, are the rumors true? That your company's on an upswing?
Well, things have been looking up, I won't deny that.
Great, here's what I'm thinking. I'm joining your company.
Hold on, didn't you just celebrate a promotion at your current job? Why are you even thinking of jumping ship?
Yeah, I did. But you know, it was Isabella who was all gung-ho about it. She kept pushing me to aim higher, climb that ladder. I mean, I did want a bump in the salary too, but after 7 years of grinding, all they offered was $170K annually. And the managerial role? It's a ton of work, way more than what they're paying me for. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered. Perhaps looking for another gig would have been smarter.
You know, you're not alone in that line of thinking. A lot of folks are considering making moves for better pay.
I tried discussing this with Isabella, but she wasn't on board.
Why not?
She thinks it's risky. But here's my thought. If I come work for you, her sister, she'd be more at ease, right? Imagine a guy who held a major role at a big firm joining your team. How about hiring me? I'd settle for $300K annually. What do you think?
If you're willing to hustle, let's talk. But as a starting point, how's $1K a month?
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm serious. You'd start as a housekeeper serving our clients. No experience in that? Hence the $1K, but it's negotiable. Impress our clientele or get some relevant training, and we can revisit the pay.
You're messing with me, aren't you? How can you even think of offering me so little?
You're the one throwing numbers like $300K. Get real. What makes you think you're worth that?
Remember when we were close? Married even? Can't believe you're treating me this way. We shared so much. Doesn't that count for something? I'm not asking the moon, just a fair chance.
To be honest, I see us as strangers now. Yes, we were married once, but after what you did, things changed. Now to me, you're just someone I used to know. And come on, Robert, asking for $300,000? That's just not realistic.
I'm just exhausted with where I'm at. You remember, right? Our industry's been shrinking yearly. It was hard when you were there. It's tougher now. I've put in so much effort, and I got this promotion. But even then, raising a child in this city, it feels impossible. My job's future not looking bright. How's it supposed to turn around? I'm swamped daily, always having to keep tabs on my team. And when they mess up, it's on me because I lead them. Our new president, not even close to our old one. Earlier, there were efforts to address our issues, but now... feels like our new president either doesn't notice or can't handle it. In a company where my hands are tied, yet I can't take a step back, maybe leaving is the answer. And coming to my ex-wife seemed logical. Where's your self-respect? Thought it was worth a shot. Hey, here's a thought. Make me your personal assistant? That'd work, wouldn't it? Isabella said you're still on your own, no relationships after our split. Maybe I could keep you company in the office, just as an assistant. Though if you're up for it, I'd play the boyfriend role too, for an added bonus.
You realize you're speaking to a company president, right? What's with the lack of professionalism?
But between us, do formalities matter?
We're past us. You're crossing boundaries. And just so you know, I'll be notifying HR at your firm. They might be interested to know how you're approaching job opportunities without even a CV. This is plain ridiculous. And no, I don't need another assistant. My current one? Exceptional. She's already contacted your HR.
Seriously, Harper?
I also mentioned your concerns about your job. Maybe they'll address them. Talk to the ones who might listen.
This is too much. You didn't really reach out to HR, did you?
The real overstep? Your behavior. Drop the arrogance and stop this charade. Remember saying your life's leagues ahead of mine? Well then, maybe it's time you left mine alone for good. I caught wind that Robert's company was actually quite receptive to his complaints. They got to know that he wasn't too pleased with his new leadership role, so they moved him back to a regular desk job, no leading strings attached. But Robert comparing the current company head to the previous one, that didn't sit well. I think the president took it to heart. It kind of blocked Robert's hopes for a pay hike. Get this, I even heard they shipped him off to a remote branch of the company. Think middle of nowhere. Isabella? She was livid. Her high-rise dreams of looking down at folks? Poof, gone. They got into a massive fight over it. I'm talking TVs getting smashed, stuff thrown around, and walls having new holes. Most said it began with Isabella's ranting, but I feel Robert had a breaking point too. And well, it broke. He unleashed a verbal storm, went on about how Isabella should pull her weight, maybe work at my place. That's where the blame-tossing began. From the looks and sounds of it, divorce might be their next chapter. And while it's cool if Isabella decides to start working now, the audacity to assume I'd roll out the red carpet for her at my place? Considering the drama and chaos she's stirred in my life over the years, she'd probably have to make a pretty tempting offer, like paying me for even a consideration. I mean, paying me an A1 might start the conversation. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press like button.